Chavra, I got a story for you tonight. Something amazing. We're in the 3 weeks, and the big mitzvah that we focus on right now, when we want to bring the Beis HaMikdash back, Hashem's home back, is the mitzvah of Avos Yisrael, of loving the Jewish people. Every single one of them, no matter who they are, they have a neshama, a soul from Hashem. And Hashem loves each and every one of them. And our job is to look, to see that neshama, and to know, you're different? Okay. You're the same? Okay. You're funny, you're not funny, you're cool, you're not cool, it doesn't matter. You mamash, you're a soul, you're a neshama, you're a Jew, and I love you. So here's the story, you ready? This story takes place a long time ago, and it takes place between two best friends, Reuven and Shimon. Reuven and Shimon grow up together, spend their whole lives always hanging out, always chilling. And one day they get older, and they have to move away from each other, and they live in two different countries. And it's not easy. Could you imagine having your best friend, you do everything together, you go to school together, you hang out after school together, spend Shabbos together, go to camp together, you grow up and all of a sudden you can't see each other. So they used to go to visit here and there once a year. Their families got bigger, they had children of their own. And one day the two countries went to war, and there became a law that no one was allowed to cross the border. Reuven and Shimon were crushed. They were so sad. They missed their family. They missed their best friend. And years went by, and finally Reuven's like, you know what? The war's been going for a while. Things are a little bit more calm. Let me see if I can go to the border. Maybe I'll sneak in. When he got there, he got caught. And the guards saw him and said, you're a spy. And they brought him to the king. What am I going to do? The king looks at him and says, you, sir, you're a spy from the other country. You know what we do to spies? We put him in jail for 30 days, and then we kill him. And Reuven, so sad, he's begging. He's like, please, dear king, I'm not a spy. I just came to visit my best friend, Shimon. I haven't seen him in so long. What am I supposed to do? Speak to him. He can vouch for me. King said, okay. They got Shimon. He sent his servants to go get Shimon, and Shimon comes and says, oh, Reuven is such a good guy. He's a mensch. He's my best friend. He never do anything wrong. And the king got curious. He said, you know what? How good of a friend are you? We're best friends. I would do anything for him. Anything? Anything. So the king says, all right, Shimon, I'm going to let Reuven go back to his family. Not to live, but at least to say goodbye. He's going to have 30 days. You are going to take his place. If you don't, you have to be the guarantor. If you don't take his place, then I'm not going to let him go. But if he doesn't come back, I'll kill you instead. Shimon looked at Reuven and said, you need to go see your family. Go. Obviously to them, he would never, ever not come back. And Reuven says, I'll be back right away. Shimon gets thrown into jail. And the king is like, whoa, what is going on here? Is this real? So, Reuven goes back. He says goodbye to his family. Shimon's in jail. Reuven's hugging his family, loving them, saying, I'm so sorry, I can't let Shimon die. I only got away for 30 days, but I'll do my best. I'll see if I can survive, somehow escape. But he said his goodbyes. He took care of things, collected whatever money he needed to give to his family. And he went back to Nebuch. And he's heading back. And he's on a horse. And the horse breaks down. Breaks his leg. Oh no. And then he tries to get a ride. And no one's coming. So he starts to walk. And then to run. And he realizes it's taking longer than I expected. 20 days, 25 days. And he's really worried he's not going to make it. Meanwhile, the king is laughing to himself. How could this guy possibly think? How could he possibly think that this would happen, that he'd come back? There's no way he'd come back. There's no person who would give his life for the other person. Shimon knew in his heart that he'd be okay. But meanwhile, the king called the entire kingdom to come and watch the execution of Shimon because he was so sure that Reuben wouldn't show up. And Reuben's running and breaks his leg. And now he's limping and walking, doing whatever he can. And it gets to the very last day. And they pull out Shimon. And the executioner is there with an axe, ready to drop it on Shimon's head. And the king is laughing and said, how could you possibly think that he'd come? 3, 2. And all of a sudden Reuben runs in, limping, wait. And everyone gasps, how could it possibly be? Reuben, is that you? Of course, Shimon, I'm so sorry. Shimon said, no, you should have stayed and been with your family. I would never let you die. What took so long? I broke my leg. The king is watching this and says, I don't understand how such an amazing friendship could be here. And Shimon says, hey, look, the sunset. And he says, King, you can't kill Reuben. The 30 days passed. It's my turn to die. Reuben said, no. I got here just in time before Shkia, before sunset. Take me. The two of them are arguing. Reuben, Shimon, take me. The king doesn't know what to do. Executioner is very confused, holding an axe. And the king looks at them and he thinks, and he says the following. He says, I'm not going to kill either of you as long as I can be one of your friends. The Me'am Loez tells this story. It's unclear if it's even a true story. But the Me'am Loez says it by the mitzvah of Yahavta, the Re'acha Kamocha, you shall love every Jew as yourself. The next 2 words of the pasuk are, Ani Hashem, I am God. Why? Asked the Me'am Loez. Why has Hashem just randomly put his name there? And he says, the king is teaching us that when you love another Jew so much, Hashem says, I want to be there too. You love another Yid, that's where I want to be. You're bringing Shalom. Did you know that Hashem's name is Shalom? It's Gemara called Perak HaShalom. And it says, Gadol HaShalom, great is Shalom, Sheshmo Shal Kadosh Baruch Hu Shalom. Because Hashem's name is Shalom, it's peace. When you have peace, when you have love between other Jews, you are bringing more Shalom to the world. You take this message, we all take this message, and bring Mashiach now. Let's dance together this year on Tisha B'Av. I'll see you at the Beis HaMikdash.